Very good day. My name is Geoff Blennerhassett. I'm the captain on board the inaugural flight from Cork to Bilbao today. We're looking forward to giving you a good behind-the-scenes look. A lot of excitement behind the route launch today. Cork Bilbao is an exciting opportunity for Aer Lingus in Cork Airport. Bilbao itself is a wonderful opportunity to explore, and in the coming days we're also going to be launching our Cork to Bordeaux service, which gives a great opportunity for the people of the region to get down to that part of the world and explore. And funnily enough, a few years ago I flew into Bilbao for my honeymoon, and I also flew out of Bordeaux at the end of my honeymoon, so slightly alternative way to explore the region and a point-to-point opportunity. So we look forward to seeing you on board, and hope you enjoy.
Hi there, I'm Ciaran Hyland. I'm a Cork-based First Officer, A320 First Officer, and I'll be going down to Bilbao also today. I'm just about to do the walk-around inspection, the pre-departure inspection, so if you'd like to follow me, I'll go through it with you. So first of all, we start looking at the probes and the different pitot probes and angle of attack sensors, making sure there's no damage or obvious imperfections. Onto the wheels then, the tyres, the steering jack, making sure there's no hydraulic leaks, and also that all the lights aren't cracked or displaying any imperfection. Out to the nose of the airplane. And then again looking at the pitot and static probes on the other side. Making sure the cargo door and all that area is there's no obvious damage. And then towards the leading edge inboard wing, making sure there's no hydraulic leaks. And looking at the engine, making sure again there's no leaks, all the panels are secured, and there's no latches sticking down. We're fueling at the moment, so just keep an eye on that as well. We've 8 tons pre-selected in there, so we're a little bit to go there yet. Right there. Just checking the aft part of the engine, the exhaust, the cold stream and hot stream. Again, checking for obvious damage or leaks on the engine pylon as well, inboard and outboard. And then back around to the front of the engine. Fan is spinning quite fast there due to the wind blowing up through the back of the engine. And again, we're checking for any damage to the acoustic panels and to the blades themselves. Further along the leading edge, looking at the slats for signs of hydraulic leakage, and the nav lights, strobe lights, and all the static wicks, making sure they're all present and correct and working. The aileron here, one of the primary flight controls, checking again for leaks along the flaps, the flap actuator bolt fairings, bringing us into the wheels and brakes. So just checking the tyres are in good condition, no obvious nicks or tears. The brake units, that there's not any wear on them. And just checking the brake lines as well for any obvious signs of leakage or hydraulic fluid. Okay, from here then, the aft cargo door. Checking the aerials along the way as well, and the drain masts, that there's no damage on those. Down towards the back of the airplane, the outflow valve here, which is integral for the cabin pressure of the aircraft, and the aft door. Again, another drain mast. And then the horizontal stabilizer and vertical stabilizer, otherwise known as the fin. Checking again for hydraulic leaks. To the back of the aircraft, checking the nav lights and the area around the APU. The APU is a small jet engine that we have in the tail, and this provides us with air conditioning and electrical power when we're on the ground. The other horizontal stabilizer, again looking for leaks, obvious signs of damage, and back in towards the fuselage. This is the APU inlet door, which is closed at the moment. When the APU starts, that opens and the air gets up through there to operate the APU. Water service panel, making sure that's closed, nothing leaking out of it. Back through, checking underneath the aircraft, again for any obvious signs of leakage, and looking at the drain mass again. The left-hand wheels and brakes, Again, checking for damage, nicks, tears, and hydraulic leakage. Checking the undercarriage as well as we go. Inboard flaps again, all the way out to the end. Checking the aileron, static wicks, the lights, and again the leading edge slats for signs of leakage. Back to the number 1 engine, checking all panels are closed, no leaks, and that the latches are secured. Again, looking into the exhaust section, having a look at the turbine, the oil breather pipe, and the cold stream exhaust on this side. Again, checking all the panels, engine pylons, which is the bit the engine hangs off, and again, checking for latches secured and closed. Back around to the front of the engine, and repeating what we did on the other side. The fan is stopped on this side, we haven't got the wind coming through the back of it. So again, checking the acoustic panels around the integrity of the spinner, which is this bit, and that the blades, that there's no obvious damage. Back here, and back to the static vent, the angle of attack vane where we started. And it's worth mentioning that once we get on board and before we taxi off, the pushback tug crew will perform another walk around in case anything has happened in the meantime. Okay, hope to see you on board.
Good morning, girls, and welcome on our inaugural trip to Bilbao. So I've checked your documentation inside in the briefing room. We've established we're fit to fly. Just to give you our loads today, they're excellent on our first flight. We have 159 on the way over. We have 152 on the way back, and I'm going to let you know about any specials or PRMs as soon as I get the pill, okay? So our operating positions here, I'll be number 1, and Laura number 2, Jennifer number 3, and Karen number 4. And we've checked our CCIs, CCLOBs. So in relation to our C-clubs, we've still got the cart serviceability there, guys. Any issue with any equipment, do let me know. Our CCIs then, it's still the reduced crew complement and the insulating blanket. They've been around for a while. You're happy enough with those, yeah. and everything that goes with it. So flat shoes, more on board. Thorough PDI, 100% security check, and 6 life jackets in our zone, okay? When you're checking your equipment, always think correct quantity as well as correct stowage. You'll know if you're missing something. Equally, if there's a problem with anything, do let me know. I'll make an interphone just to alert you to a PA check if you wouldn't mind to pick up with your name and location, and I'll know both sides are working. When I give command to prepare doors, it is a sterile time, so just think pin, yellow lever pin, and just verbalise cross-checked with your colleague. We're on the CO today, guys. We know we've type 3 exits here, which are permanently armed. All our firefighting equipment is on the right-hand side today. We have 29 rows, it's doors 1 and doors 2, and we've also got our red and white exit signs relative to this aircraft as well, okay? If we had a safety scenario today, so number 1 to the flight deck, we're looking for nature intention time, any special instructions. I'll relay that information to number 4, which is Karen, and if you wouldn't mind just to repeat it to me to make sure that we haven't missed anything. The most important part of that information is if it is a normal or emergency landing, okay? And then we go into our SOS drill. We will demonstrate it twice. The first time passengers will observe you, and the second time we will observe the passengers. If we did have to evacuate the aircraft, don't forget we have our ABP brief as well, 2 per exit, when to open, how to open, and what to expect, and only if the captain gives the command to evacuate the aircraft. Look, we'll just run through first aid. We know we use sample for everything: signs and symptoms, allergy, medication, previous history, last meal, and any extras. Just we will use that for everything. If you had somebody today presenting with choking, up out of the seat, can you cough, can you breathe, are you choking, okay? Stand behind them, broad stable base. You're not going to hold back. 5 back slaps followed by 5 abdominal thrusts. And if that should go into a collapsed situation, we're into our CPR, okay? And we know we're 30 to 2 exactly, and 5 cycles per crew member. Just excellent CRM today, guys. You know, we'll greet and meet our passengers and really engage with them today. This is a very exciting day for us. Good situational awareness. Any comms to the flight deck, do try and pass it through me. If you have to make a call yourself, please do that, and just back it up with a phone call to keep me in the loop. Our safety topic of the month, guys, it's relatively new. So we are On the CO today, so we discussed cabin secure areas of responsibility. We have zone A, B and C, 1 to 10, 11 to 19 and 20 to 29. I'll be responsible for the forward galley. Just be particular with your zones, make sure you're vigilant with them, nothing on empty seats when we're cabin securing and so on. And also, how do you stop the oxygen supply to the quick don oxygen in the flight deck? So the flow of oxygen can be stopped by closing the left flap and pressing the test and reset button as we see here on the picture below. Health and safety, guys, we're aware, don't push or pull anything on your own. Flat shoes, oven gloves, everything. Key safe behaviours are really key, so just be mindful of everything there. If we're lifting bags and we're taking a bag off especially, our MELTS acronym as well is very important. Our seating position, so palms facing down on our thighs, palms facing up, wedged between the cushion. Head in a neutral, and please do observe the 30-second review. Stay in your seats for at least 5 and no pushing or pulling for at least 7. Okay, service, we will work to meet. We'll do a very good collect-in. We will do our BS service, our duty-free service as well, our Sky Shopping. Just to be aware of your limitations per card, or for RIM, should I say, 300 per card. And we'll meet and greet really nicely during our service as well. And just professionalism on board, just be aware of our voices they do carry, and just engage with our passengers today, make it a really exciting and nice flight for them. We'll do a good collect-in, as I say, plenty of cabin presence throughout the day. And any problems, obviously do let me know. Our service topic of the month here as well. So during our BS service on short haul, how many carts should be in the cabin? It's 2 and 2, and keep the carts together is very important, okay? Good housekeeping, tidy galleys, and we'll look after each other and have a lovely day. And we'll return any items, be it infant jackets or anything, to the correct stowage at the end of the flight. And just number 4 to cross-check the FAP with me on disembarkation. And that's it, guys. Have a lovely day. Thank you.
Ground by morning, station gate 50, on stand 5 Golf 1003, request clearance to Bilbao, please.
Travel gate 50, good day, you're clear to Bilbao on a Air 1 November departure. From climb out to 5,000 feet, squawk 2272.
Clear Cork, Bilbao, number 34, Air 1 November, 5,000 feet, squawk 2272, Shamrock, 50, thank you.
R21 November departure, runway 34, 5,000 feet,
we'll be back right.
and 2272.
That's all checked.
Perfect.
Thanks very much. Load sheet coming through.
Hello, Geoff in the cockpit.
Thank you.
So yeah, 5,000 Erter and squawk is set.
That's all checked. What did it come in with actually, Geoff?
450 Bravo, stand 11. We're fully ready. Could you send it ready? Thank you very much.
It came in at 2980.
2980, perfect. So the uplift was 6523.
6523.
At 0.8 gives us 5218 kilograms.
85218. Brilliant. It's Echo Golf. It's Cat 3 Dual. It's got just a small little cabin defect with a cover. Other than that, it's fine. Okay. It came in last night from Palma. There was no defects. All good. History-wise, there's nothing there over the past few days, and everything's there. So it's a good aircraft, and all signatures signed off.
Brilliant. Thanks, Geoff.
We can run through the load sheet if you like.
Sure.
So Alps.
Oh, it's just the top copy of that there as well.
334. Flex. The temperature there is, I don't know, we go one either side, 10 degrees,
Yeah,
and
that's right there,
1002.
Yeah. Whenever you're ready, I'll call it.
So our try and our trip is good. And our takeoff field, we're going to call it 7800. Perfect. Fire away.
Okay, so I have, we're the 850 from Cork to Bilbao. The altitude is 2546 and it's Delta Echo Golf. So it's dry, 3-4, full length, optimum on off flex, 10 degrees, 1002, 0 wind, 3990, 7800, 0 and dry.
I have the same dry, 3-4, way to come, optimum on off, flex, 10 degrees, 1002, 0, 3990, 7800, 0 dry.
All checks.
There. So, the load sheet then. 850 on the 16th of April, edition 1, Cork Bilbao, Echo Golf, cruise 3 and 4, 43379,
Checks.
52.1.
Checks.
Our takeoff fuel is good, trip of 3990.
Checks.
Hillary's there and I'm there. Good load sheet. Zero fuel weight is 57.5.
57.5.
And max zero fuel 29.6.
29.6.
Takeoff fuel is correct if you take out actual is 65.4.
65.3 checks.
Trip just under 4 tons, landing at 61.4.
61 checks.
Total on board is going to be 158. Pack flows normal. So we're going to do a takeoff weight of 65,500 kilos.
65,500 calculating.
Check.
So, ready to go there. So,
Alright.
runway 34, full length, 1 plus F, 65,500, 136, 140, 142, 2050, and a flex of 49.
3-4 full length, 1 plus F, 65,500, 136, 140, 142, 2050, 49.
Checks. That gives me a performance summary for 65,500, runway 34, full length, shift 0, flaps 1, confirm THS.
Flaps 1, 28.1 up.
Flex temp 49.
49.
Engine out acceleration 2050.
Checked.
V1 136.
36.
VR 140.
40.
V2 142.
142.
The clean is 216.
216, 5,000, 2050 and 3550.
Okay, all checks.
Run through a brief if it suits.
Sure.
So the weather out of here is fine. Runway 34, winds from the northwest, 9 degrees, 1003 is set. And runway's dry. No times to effect getting out of here is nothing. To effect getting out for Cork. Chart stuff. Taxi routing. Start on stand. And it'll be a right turn, left turn. We'll just go down as far as Bravo. To hold short of 0725 and after that on we go. That's the expected taxi rate route. Two hotspots, the Bravo one and then the 0725 intersection for our departure runway. Expecting, we haven't heard of 1 November departure. 39, the sector safe. Transal 5,000 feet. Aerodrome is 500 with Econ at 900. And the routing is 2,500 feet right turn at Piro, Cork 4 and Urter. So runway 34, early 1 November, 2,500 feet, Piro, Cork 4, Urter, climb 5,000 feet. Notes there won't affect us, so fairly straightforward. Aircraft status, good until the 17th of April, which is tomorrow. Santander 850, 10 at 370. Flight plans 34 to 30, 1 hour and 35. And we'll have 3.5 tons on arrival. Return is ILS runway 34. RADS, Cork. Hit 2, low max landing weight, 20-ish minutes of fuel. GPS is primary, Navaxi high. 37 is good. Eyes is quite warm, so we'll just watch the deviation on that, but we should be fine in cruise. Performance numbers are all in for runway 34. And stored route, just check the route with you.
Go ahead.
It's an early departure. We're direct lead go, November 160 Bogme, Dollar, Idric, Nenham, November 867 Mapax for an arrival.
That all checks.
Threats out of here. Nice day. Keep an eye out for birdies, but other than that I can't think of a lot of threats.
No, I can't either. Nothing to add.
No,
all understood.
Great. Thanks very much.
Great. Thanks, Geoff.
I'll try before I start, check this to the line, please.
So before start checks to the line, says cockpit prep.
Completed.
BFP switches
on.
Gear pins and covers
removed.
Signs
on. Auto arms.
8 ears.
3 nav checked.
Fuel, we want an 8-ton block.
Checked and balanced.
And the bar RF.
is 1003, 490 feet.
That's checked.
Nice.
That's first our checklist to the line.
Perfect. Very good day to you all. From the flight deck, my name is Captain Geoff Blennerhassett. On behalf of First Officer Ciaran Hyland, our Senior Captain today, Lizette, Karen, Jen, Laura, you're all very welcome on board this flight, and the inaugural flight with great excitement for Bilbao. We're all ready to go. We'll be underway hopefully a little bit ahead of schedule. Flight time today is going to be about 1 hour and 35 minutes or so. En route conditions all very nice and smooth all the way to Bilbao. And the weather in Bilbao at the moment, a nice morning for arrival. At the moment it's 16 degrees Celsius, a little bit of light showers this morning, they're all going to clear away, and maybe a few light showers later on in the early part of the evening. But for your arrival time, a nice arrival weather for us into Bilbao. I'll give you an update of the cruise, the latest weather and an arrival time for Bilbao. Until then, relax, enjoy, and you're all very welcome on board today. There he is on the left.
Thanks, Brendan.
After start, check the space.
After start checklist, anti-ice,
Off.
engine mode select,
It's normal.
rudder trim,
0.
pitch trim,
Look at 28.1 up.
flight instruments,
Checked.
and econ status.
Checked.
It's after start checklist
Super.
complete.
Do you know what? We've got a moment here. I'll do the flight controls.
Sure, yeah. Full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral,
Better.
full left, full right, neutral, flaps,
One plant, one selected, one indicated.
V1, VR, V2, flex temp,
136, 140, 142, 59 at 88, 49, sorry, at 88%.
HC code,
Set.
and the ECAM memo.
Take off. Lovely.
To the line.
Brilliant. Taxi, please.
Taxi sub. And Shamrock 850.
2850, taxi, Bravo, hold short from 0725.
Taxi Bravo, hold short is 0725, Shamrock 850. So, we get us over onto the line,
Perfect.
on the right,
Perfect.
down the line, as far as Bravo, holding short there.
Understood.
Okay,
Clear
happy
left.
with that?
Thanks.
And you're clear right. Clear right.
Brake check.
Pressure 0.
Shamrock 850, or door back, right, line number 134.
Enter backtrack, line up 34, Shamrock 850.
Here on the left.
Here, right, the Ryanair's gone.
34 is identified.
And 34 is confirmed.
Hi, it's Rebecca on left.
Hi, Lizette, you're on in the car.
You're on cabin secure.
Thanks a million, we'll be going on turnaround 2 minutes. Thanks, bye-bye. Okay, so I'm back. My radios,
No changes, and below the line, please.
below the line says cabin,
Secure.
packs and APU,
Packs on, if you off.
and the TCAS.
Sierra.
Before takeoff checklist.
Shamrock 850, tower wind at 300 degrees, 15 knots, runway 34, cleared for takeoff.
Clear takeoff, 1834, Shamrock 850. Okay, clear takeoff.
Take off.
Check.
That's 11 Charlie, cleared square base, flight runway 34. Square base, runway 34, that's the one.
Stabilized.
And flex. And flex 49 SRS runway out of thrust.
Thrust is set. $100 knots.
Checked.
V1, rotate.
And 6 Bravo on the line of the plane, runway 34.
Positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Nav.
Check. Climb flight level 990, Shamrock 850.
9,000 blue.
9,000 blue checks.
Thought about one on, please.
AP1 checks.
Shannon 1247, bye-bye.
1247 Shamrock Gate 50.
And the ice is done.
Checks.
Let's press flap 0.
Speed is checked. Flap 0. 0 blue. Lights coming in.
Please.
Shannon, good morning. It's the Shamrock Gate 50. Passing 4,500 flight level 90. We are going to Echo.
Shamrock Gate 50, Shannon, good morning. You are on 30, back to let's go.
Flight 230 direct let go Shamrock 850.
23,000 blue.
23,000 blue checks.
Let go the beams.
Let go beams checks.
And sorry, set standard.
Standard is cross checks. Passing 55. Now
Checked. After takeoff, check the space.
after takeoff. Landing gear up. Flaps.
Tracked.
Packs.
On.
APU
Off.
and the bar RF.
Standard set.
After takeoff check is complete.
Shamrock 9er 150, Shamrock 9er, service permanent, with the conic tower 130, and 7 Shamrock 9. 65 Hotel, November, conic tower 330, heading to Delphine, West 8370. Bonjour, continue on the 18, November 330, goodbye.
We'll pick up the arrival anyway. 13D. It's kind of procedural stuff there, but we'll get started beside at 9.8 on 3440 or so. It's a 3.1 degree slope.
Sure.
And down to our minimums, we're going to set them as 620 for the Cat 1 row.
620 is checked.
And the go around is going to be toggle power, current attitude, flap up one stage, I'll call the FMA. Positive climb to gear up, autopilot in, make sure we get nav. The routing is out to 5 dB from Bylink. And then back again in this arc is 10 dB markers, 8 pick up the sun air hold, take it in there. So it's all in there. Transalpha at 6,000 feet, the sector safe. Obviously high ground to the south of 7,000. Happy's left, right, and the runway is 2,500 metres long. No display threshold, we do have one if we switch to the other end.
Yeah.
After landing, on our runway 12, we'll roll out maybe towards Charlie 3 and then standard taxiway routing after that, whichever way they put it. It's going out to Tango, and we're going to park in the main North Terminal 8. Is the plan. So the flight plan is good for loads of fuel. I'll update those in a moment. GPS is primary nav actually high. Descent is here. And the approach figures are coming in. Minimums are going to be 620.
Check.
Secondary, I'm going to leave it as it was because it's 30.
30, yeah.
100% runway. Is an EO SID for 12.
Yeah.
So for takeoff, for landing, use emergency turn procedure, which is straight ahead to 8.5 G in the IBL, and then left 035 back. So straight ahead for quite a while.
Yeah.
I had to do 8.5 D left turn, then sector safe NSA, which technically is speaking up to about 7,000 feet.
Sure.
The normal missed approach brings us straight ahead as well. So what we can do is continue to follow the same missed approach in nav, and as we get towards just before we start the turn, we'll figure ourselves with the EO SID. We'll take over that back to the field. So it avoids the arc and takes us back to the field. But we have to shoot in nav.
Okay.
That's it then. Fuel, plenty of fuel, and threats going in. Main threats, we're going to get a shortcut in, and it's going to leave us high. So we'll start the descent early, and we'll just keep ourselves nicely on the profile. That's going to be the main one.
Yeah.
It's high ground to the north, so if we're landing on 30, watch high rates of descent over the ground. Just for the GPWS on that one, so we'll have speed back, reasonable rates of descent.
Okay.
If we need to get more track mileage, we'll just take more track mileage. We'll try and avoid descent with the speed brake. We'll just do it in an open descent, that will keep that under control. But yeah, high ground getting cut in, they're the main threats, and the increased workload with that. So what we'll do, we'll just create some time, ask for extra track mileage.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Alternate wise, weather's good everywhere we need to go.
Yeah.
We've got plenty of things to time. That's about it. The big consideration if we get 30 is the steeper slope. So I need to be back definitely 180 with flap 2, probably back to 160 with flap 2 to go down the slope, considering the gear if we need us. But it's not as an issue for runway 12 as much. On, off, planning on low if it'll do it, and I'm going to do flap full. With the steeper slopes we can't do a flap 3
I'll
landing.
get a performance here there in a second.
Yeah, perfect. That should be it, really, unless I missed anything like that.
No, it's all good. I suppose the runway changes the
Runway
track the way the
change,
wind is at the moment, and there's a non-standard MFRA there as well,
Oh.
2140
Perfect.
for the
For the
EOS.
EOS, perfect.
And that's it. Yeah, I think you've everything covered there.
Brilliant.
Thanks. Okay, so we've just got the weather for Bilbao. Wind is coming from the south west at 17 knots. They're telling us it's runway 12 is in use in Bilbao. We were expecting runway 30 with that wind. So with this, we're expecting a little bit of a tailwind. So we'll factor that into our landing performance for the landing in Bilbao. And we'll also be wary with that wind that they don't change back to runway 30. So it is something that we have briefed, and our secondary flight plan in the box here covers that. Okay, so that's just one thing worth mentioning. Also on the way down there, we'll have picked up weather for all the airports that we pass. Just as a backup, we have Newquay there, Brest, Lorient, and Bilbao itself is at the bottom there. We just get these just so that we have a backup should anything happen, should an unlikely diversion be needed for anything medical or anything like that. So yeah, so that's a little synopsis of the weather.
So our approach into Bilbao today is take us in from the north. It's what's called a MAPAX arrival, and we're going to start at this fix up here called MAPAX, route in towards the city, and we're going to join this black line. And we can see here the blue is the sea, and all these colours here are the mountains and higher ground to the south. The next thing we're going to look at here is the ILS approach, and we come in from the northwest, and we're going to land in a southeasterly direction into Bilbao. So the views today, all along the right hand side, nice views along the coast, and then as we make our in, we'll be way in. The later stages of the approach, we'll be looking at Bilbao City, will be off on the right hand side. If we were landing in the other direction, which is on runway 30, all of the mountains will be on the left hand side, and the sea will be on the right hand side on the way in. So very picturesque approach into Bilbao in either direction. If we're landing in a northerly direction over the mountains, good views of the mountains, but if we're coming in an easterly direction, nice views in towards the sea and the city itself, to give you an idea of where to explore. We're just about halfway into the flight now. We'll be starting our descent for Bilbao in about 10 minutes time, and we've just got about 40 minutes of flying time left. Departure today took us off the south coast of Ireland, routed towards the City Isles in the southwestern corner of the London airspace, and from there we got a couple of shortcuts through the Bay of Biscay, which has helped us on our progress and make up a little bit of time. We were relatively heavy leaving Cork today, and an unusual thing today is that the temperature outside the aircraft is a lot warmer than normal. Normally on a day like today, you'd expect the temperature to be about minus 60 degrees Celsius outside the aircraft, but for some reason the atmosphere is a little bit warmer where we are in this little space, and it's about minus 45 degrees at the moment, so about 10 or 15 degrees warmer than normal. That has an impact on how high the aircraft can fly. So for the first 40 minutes of the flight or so, we had to stay at 35,000 feet, and as we've got a little bit lighter, when we've used up some of our fuel, we're now able to climb up, and we've now climbed in the past few minutes up to 37,000 feet. So the few shortcuts from air traffic control and flying up in a more efficient flight level or altitude has helped us to save a bit of fuel. So everything we can do to reduce the cost of the flight and save fuel, we'll try and do it. So shortcuts from air traffic control, fly at our optimal flight levels, which might even mean a descent at some stage through the flight, but taking advantage of better winds and better temperatures will all go towards saving fuel. So since we left Cork with the shortcuts from air traffic control, which we asked for, and by flying at the optimum levels, we've already reduced the fuel burn on the aircraft for about 250 or nearly 300 kilos. And with the price of fuel, every 100 or 200 kilos adds up. And we do what we can throughout the course of the day for obviously environmental reasons, but also just for the cost savings as well. So that's where we are. We're right over the centre of the Bay of Biscay, with about 250 miles for left to run into Bilbao. So we're nearly there.
Okay, so the weather is updated every half an hour, so it's 12:24 Zulu now, and we've got a latest one there at 12:20, and they have changed the runway again. Wind 230 at 8 knots. So again from the southwest, it's a bit lighter and it's varying between southerly and westerly. So it's more of a headwind and it suits us better. So we're back to the original plan of runway 30, and we have rebriefed that just to reflect it. There it is.
There's the city. Beautiful. So I've got IBL and an approach checklist, please. I've got 110 and blah blah blah.
Approach checklist, cabin crew,
Advised
seatbelts,
are on.
briefing and navigate.
From set for the 30.
MD-80H
It's got 440.
and ECAM status.
Checked.
Approach checklist complete. Passing 10.
Next. 90 flap 2, please.
Speed is checked. Flap 2, 2 blue.
Move ahead, so we'll go down the slope at 170 knots, should be fine.
Yep.
Right star.
Right stars checked.
And chronometer at 6,000 wide set.
Checks. Shamrock 850, fully established now, ILS 30 at 16
Copy Sarah, call now tower 11855.
1185 Shamrock 850.
101 Hotel Whiskey, Contact Control 1244875.
Right sir. Checks. Tower, very good afternoon. It's the Shamrock 850. Fully established ILS 30 at 15 miles.
Shamrock 850, well, continue approach, traffic on the road, top between is 210, 13 knots.
We go continue Shamrock 850.
Super. Gear down, please.
Checked. Gear down.
Flap 3, please.
Speed is checked. Flap 3, 3 blue.
And 150 flap full, please.
Speed is checked. Flap full, full blue.
Landing checkers, please.
Landing checklist. Barra ref.
The QNH is set.
Auto thrust.
Speed.
ECAM memo.
Landing of blue.
Landing checklist complete. And you are clear to land.
Perfect. Yeah, 137 there, just give us the VLS.
Okay.
That's the funny hump in the runway here. On
Oh, yeah, okay.
So be kind of accurate with it.
Okay.
Kind of comes up to meet us quite quickly.
Okay.
Sort of like Cork, so we're used to it.
Okay.
Leave the autopilot for another couple of moments as well.
Sure. Stabilized.
Checked. Autopilot coming off.
Check.
Wind 21015.
Go on. So 15 knots from the left. Bit of a crosswind.
Check.
100 above. Minimum.
And then
Check.
Retard. Retard.
Spoilers. Reverse spin. Decel. Medium brakes. $70 knots.
checked.
Manual brakes.
Auto brake off.
And Shamrock 850 vacated, Charlie 5.
Yes, sir, thank you. Now continue to turn in right to Bravo 8 and with the yellow car to the stand 6. Good afternoon.
Take a right turn, Bravo Gate, car in first and 6 Champagne, 850. Right, so we're going down here, Geoff, and it'll be the first left is
First
Bravo
left.
Gate, and we're hoping to see a car there. Will take us to stand 6.
Happy days. Thanks a million.
All right.
After us, whenever it's suited.
Yeah. So after landing, spoilers are disarmed, flaps retract, radar PWS, mode off, and your mode select is normal, brake acupressure is checked, TCAS standby, one engine taxi, we probably won't have
Yeah, we'll see how we
time
look,
if we
yeah.
do, and the APU's on the way, so our after landing checklist is complete. So Bravo next left,
Perfect.
and we have a follow me car.
Excellent. Straight forward. Here on the left.
To your right.
Well, welcome to Bilbao. We had a great flight down. It was about an hour and 30 minutes. It was all nice and smooth all the way, and we've just landed, just parked up, done our bits and pieces of paperwork now, and we're getting ourselves ready to go back to Cork. Flight time back to Cork now, it's going to be about an hour and 35 minutes, a little bit long on the way home. We've got some strong northerly winds, but again, it should be a nice flight. So what we're going to do now is get set up in here. We're going to start fueling up the aircraft, get the aircraft clean, get our passengers off, and straight back into boarding and on our way home in about 30 minutes time. So hope you enjoyed the flight, and we'll see you again.
Hi everybody, my name is Lizette and I'm the senior cabin crew member on this inaugural flight from Cork to Bilbao today. We have just had the most epic journey coming over. Passengers are just in such great form, and what a wonderful send-off we got from Cork today. So I'm on board. I'm joined by Laura and Jennifer and Karen down the back. So it's actually a crew of 6. We have 2 flight crew members and 4 cabin crew members on board today. We had a fantastic flight time of an hour and 30 minutes, and what a beautiful time of the day to leave Cork. It's super flight time. So stunning coastal views as we came in to Bilbao here today, and the weather looks absolutely gorgeous. We've beautiful mountain range around us, and you know, it's the most beautiful destination to be going to from Cork, so we're delighted. We're just on the turnaround. Typically we're about 40 minutes on the ground. Cleaners come on, we do a good security check, and out we go again. So I've holidayed here in Bilbao myself a couple of years ago, and within 2 hours you have the southwest coast of France. Beautiful temperatures in the summertime, amazing food, wine. It's so family friendly. There's so much to offer here. And San Sebastian, just an hour up the road, again, beautiful architecture and gorgeous culture. So I suppose Bilbao here itself, you have the gorgeous Guggenheim Museum, which you could spend all day. And so I'm so excited. We're coming back here again, and our summer holidays this year, we loved it so much. So I'm delighted to have this route out of Cork. It's so exciting to get new routes from Cork with beautiful flight times. And for anybody who wants to travel, it's a bit of a no-brainer. You know, fly into Bilbao, out of Bordeaux, which we're starting now in the next couple of weeks as well. And again, super flight times. So we're really, really happy. We're like, Christmas has come early for us here in Cork. And we had a fantastic passenger load. We had 158 coming over, and we're expecting 159 home. We couldn't ask better than that for the inaugural flight.
Like you, starting engine number 1.
Right. Okay, standard takeoff technique, headwind.
Stabilize.
Perfect. Manifest 55, that's the window.
Sure, set. Oh, no, it's checked. Rotate. Positive 9. You're up. You're up.
100 above. 500. 400. Minimum.
Done. Check.
Fifty, 40, 30, 20. Retard. Retard. 5. Auto brake off.
Flex.
Charlie 51 Tower, vacate next right taxi. Charlie, taxi stand and 9er. When vacated, monitor ground frequency 121.5.
To the right 5 Charlie. And 121.85. Stand 9 Charlie, stand 9. Straight in, just left and right, stand 9 if you have it. Lovely, yeah.
And wind 33037 knots, clear for takeoff. Takeoff now. Clear for takeoff, go on. I'm going to clear what we know. At 17 Tango, Roger, continue, short.